Is the Kardashian curse real? It's a thought I've pondered upon a few times. The Kardashians are far from the first family to be given a curse title from the media. The Kennedy family is probably the most notorious and popular family to be given the curse title. But the Kardashian curse is not exactly as nefarious as the Kennedy curse. Instead of assassinations, accidents, and a little more than a handful of premature deaths, the Kardashian curse mostly revolves around the idea that every man that touches a Kardashian will inevitably go off the rails. It's something that has been talked about in the media for years, and something that the Kardashians have even acknowledged. It's everyone around us that aren't used to the media attention, and we're just like, oh, that'll go away in a day. I know these stories aren't going to matter, so don't even let them affect you, you know? Kylie said of the alleged curse. But it's not just men, it's friends, it's people who come and just don't know how to handle it. It's the negative, she continued. There's a lot of people who love us, but there's also a huge handful of people who don't like us. The Kardashians are smart. They are a family where practically every member is a millionaire or billionaire. There's no doubt they have smartly utilized relationship partners, friends, and PR stunts to keep people talking and to further their brand and outreach. And today we'll be examining the so-called effects that the Kardashian curse has allegedly had on its victims, starting with Scott Disick. Longtime boyfriend of Kourtney Kardashian before splitting in 2018, Scott and Kourtney shared 3 kids together. Out of all the Kardashians, I think Kourtney is like the underdog of the pack and the people's pick. There's not a huge love to hate sentiment around her. The people who like her just genuinely like her. She's not as polarizing as her sisters, and is also not afraid to put them in their place. Her relationship with Scott was highly publicized, and a central part of their reality show. Scott has openly struggled with alcoholism, excessive partying, and had multiple stints in rehab. Scott and Kourtney's relationship was put on hold after Scott's drinking problem became more prevalent. But they would spend years off and on until they officially broke up in 2018. In 2011, he admitted to lying to Kourtney about staying completely sober. What's followed Scott since his life in the public eye is multiple stays in rehab. The most recent as of this video being in 2020. Scott's battle with addiction has been cited as one of the main examples of the Kardashian curse prevailing. Out of all the men that have been linked to the Kardashian family, Scott is the only one to openly poke fun at the Kardashian curse. In 2016, he did a whole episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians about trying to get rid of the curse. Next we have Kim and Kris Humphries. Kim Kardashian is the leader of the Kardashian clan, and by far the most influential. She is the reason why the Kardashian family soared to the heights they did. Kim began dating former NBA player Kris Humphries in October of 2010, while they became engaged just 7 months later. The couple got married 3 months later, and the marriage became a laughingstock once Kim filed for divorce after 72 days. This publicity had a negative effect on Kris Humphries, who also became a laughingstock. Kris recalled being booed during a game against Philadelphia. I thought to myself, why exactly are they booing me though? Is it just because I'm that guy from TV? Did they think I was trying to be famous? Is it because they think I disrespected the game of basketball? He concluded. The last one killed me, because all I've ever wanted to be known for was basketball. We then have Khloe Kardashian and Lamar Odom. Khloe seems to weave in and out of public favor. While not igniting as much vitriol as Kim, she's not exactly well liked. Khloe Kardashian and Lamar Odom were a power couple, and they married only after a month of dating each other. This of course led to a reality TV show of their own called Khloe and Lamar, though it ended only after 2 seasons because it tired Lamar out. With Odom's ascent to household name territory, his battle with addiction came to the forefront. He had a public breakdown and almost passed away in 2015 due to his addiction. Odom was hospitalized after being discovered unconscious at a brothel. Odom suffered 12 strokes and multiple heart attacks during his hospitalization and was in a coma, but has since made a full recovery. The next one I'm going to talk about is probably the most egregious speculation of the Kardashian curse, and it's Kylie and Tyga. The youngest Kardashian Jenner started dating Tyga, 31, after he welcomed a child with Blac Chyna, who happened to be Kim's best friend at the time. The pair first met at Kendall Jenner's Sweet 16 party. Kylie was just 14 and Tyga was 21, though they didn't officially start dating in the public eye until Kylie was 17 in 2014. Tyga's money troubles began making so many waves throughout the industry, which even involved lawsuits and a flopping music career. After he left the Kardashian clan is when his music career began flourishing again. In this instance, it is very unfair to shift blame on Kylie, who was a minor. I've even seen people place the man-stealing allegations upon her in this scenario. A teenager cannot steal a grown woman's man. You just can't. They can't. They are innocent. We also have Khloe and James Harden, another NBA player to be included in the Kardashian roster. After she divorced Lamar Odom, she began dating James Harden, but it ended quickly. They split in 2016. James Harden also addressed the alleged Kardashian curse and claimed that dating Khloe painted him in a negative light. "I didn't like all the attention," he said. "I feel like it was for no reason. I wasn't getting anything out of it except my name out there and my face out there, and I don't need that." There's even been speculation made that Caitlyn Jenner, formerly known as Bruce Jenner, has been negatively impacted by the Kardashian curse. After Caitlyn officially transitioned in 2015, she was involved in a fatal multiple vehicle collision that killed a woman after Caitlyn's car ran into hers. Post-transition, Caitlyn's career has taken a far more divisive and polarizing angle due to some of her politics and statements, a far cry from her persona as Bruce Jenner, where she was positioned as a laid-back family man. And of course we have Kim and Kanye West, the ultimate power couple of the Kardashian family. They married in 2014 and divorced in 2022. They share 4 kids together. They're a couple that permeated fashion and pop culture. When their relationship troubles first emerged in the public eye, and it became clear that divorce was on the horizon, Kanye had a series of public meltdowns. He referred to the matriarch of the family as Kris Jong-un, and has since gone on to be a Holocaust denier and racist, with even some of his remarks being directed at his own race, a new type of polarizing figure in his career. Instead of just being the arrogant douchebag that he once was, he's now even more of that, and also a bigot. I think the premise of the Kardashian curse falls flat when you consider the pre-existing history of a lot of these men. And I think it's safe to say, unlike a lot of other scenarios, they're being pinned as the scapegoat within this narrative. Lamar Odom began using drugs when he was 12, and has also lived a very difficult life. His father was also addicted to drugs, so his struggles predate the Kardashians, and Khloe was also essential to nursing him back to health following his coma. Odom cleared up the misconception that he began using drugs because of the Kardashians. I think a lot of people get misconstrued with like, "That's where my drug usage started. I used to have to try to hide that shit from Khloe." He also has gone on record saying that he's open for reconciliation with Khloe and misses her. Similarly, Scott Disick's substance issues predates the Kardashians, and Kanye West has always been Kanye West, probably the biggest egomaniac music star of the 21st century. So is there a Kardashian curse? I don't think so. But I do think when you get involved with someone whose entire life is literally a reality TV show, you can and will be sucked into that. The Kardashians have a certain way of exploiting themselves and their personal relationships, which might help escalate certain patterns. With that being said, being tied to the Kardashian family has also had some benefits for allies and friends of the family. Travis Scott got a wide boost in visibility and press once he started dating Kylie Jenner. You also can't forget people like Jonathan Cheban, or who quite literally have careers being public figures by being associated with the Kardashians. I think the Kardashian curse narrative is a blend of people not liking them, the family's own exploitive nature, and a general fascination with the family and their inner workings. But it's an interesting piece of lore that only gives more credence to the legend of the Kardashians.